Good morning, students. Last class, we have seen the development of structure of atom proposed by so many chemists, namely by J.J. Thomson atomic model, then Rutherford's alpha scattering experiment, and Rutherford's planetary model of the atom and its drawbacks, and also we have seen the Bohr's atomic model and its drawback. Okay, now let us come to the first unit in 12th standard, the first lesson, that is metallurgy. So before starting the lesson, I want to give some informations. That is, by this time, at least 50% of the portion might have been completed by your teachers clearly and thoroughly. So now I am giving as exam point of view by giving rapid random revisions. So that is why the completed portion which I revise, I am not using the board. So now clearly I will explain, I give the idea, and you can easily follow because you might have already well versed in the first lesson, I think so. Let us in that aspect. So without using the blackboard, let us try, you try to understand and get idea what I am giving. Okay? Okay. Now, the first lesson, definitely in your school, this lesson might have been completed. Okay. So now the first lesson, metallurgy. Let us give introduction about metallurgy. Now, what is metallurgy? So metallurgy is the art and science of extraction from the naturally occurring substance by using several technology is called metallurgy. That is the metallurgy. Now, in modern world, the metals plays an important role in several fields. From the metals used began during ancient times or during Stone Age people. They used, without knowing what is the purpose of that metal, they are during that stage also they used for their food by using fire like that. Now, by adopting latest technology, so the metals were extracted and find application not only metals and also with metals which produces what? Mixing of two or more metals to form alloys. The alloys also find application in various sectors. So that is the introduction about metallurgy. Then occurrence of metals. Since definitely the pure metals, generally we know already you might have studied about the physical properties of metals. The pure metals are shiny and possess luster, that is same meaning. Malleable, that means what? Malleable means which can be drawn into sheets, and ductile, which can be drawn into wires. Then these metals are obtained by mining of naturally occurring substance either in the form of free state or native state, or in the combined form. In combined form means either sulfide, sulfates, carbonate, then chlorides, fluorides, and so on. So hence these naturally occurring these substances either in the free state or in the combined state, as I mentioned, these are called minerals. These are called minerals. Okay. Now, next is for each and every metal, there are so many sources of minerals. For example, you take iron. For iron alone metal, there are more than 100 minerals are there. But the extraction of the iron from those minerals, from all the minerals, it is not a suitable and also not a profitable for extraction. For that, by employing the sophisticated technology, the metals are extracted in the profitable way. That way we have to find out. So, from those minerals from which the particular metal is extracted economically or profitably are called ores. That is, from the minerals, the particular metal or metal of interest which can be extracted economically or profitably are called minerals. Hence, we can say like a proverb, all minerals are ores, but all ores are not minerals. So you can expect these first two marks question. They may ask what are minerals and what are ores. With one example you have to give, whether it is asked or not. Now let us take aluminium, metal aluminium. The minerals for aluminium, main minerals of aluminium is bauxite and China clay. So bauxite, for example, the formula Al2O3 and 2 molecules of water. Then clay, that's China clay, the formula it is called aluminum silicate mineral. So if you aluminum silicate, you can separately write the formula as Al2O3, 2 molecules SiO2 and 2 molecules of water. If you combine, it gives the aluminum silicate. So the minerals available for aluminum is bauxite and silicate. But from the bauxite ore only, the aluminum metal is extracted profitably. Hence, we can say from the minerals of aluminum, the chief or principal ore of aluminum is only bauxite. So from using this bauxite ore, we can extract that aluminum metal in a profitable way. That is the method. Okay. Next is, after knowing the minerals and everything, what are the steps to extract the pure metal? For this, there are three major steps to be followed for extraction of these metals. One is concentration or hydraulic process. Then second is preparation of crude metal. Crude metal means impure metal. Then third step, refining of the metal. Refining of the metal means purification of the metal to get 100% pure. These are the three main steps to obtain the pure metal. Then now let us see the important ores of some few metals which are given in our book. It is enough to read what are the examples given in the book. So to remember the ores of each and every metal, I will give some idea to remember easily, and also you might have what? Some idea to remember that ores of the metal. Okay. Now let us start the ores of the metal as follows. First, let us take aluminium. So if you take aluminium, there are, first you see each and every metal means, because from this you can expect a one mark question. Either they can directly in one mark question objective type, ores of aluminum, or like that they can ask. Or in 3 marks question, what are the ores of copper? 3 examples for 3 marks, 2 examples for 2 marks. Like that it is what? Better to remember all this. For this, let us take aluminum. So aluminum, immediately, suppose particular metal, definitely you will be getting what? Confusion. So for that, what to do? Aluminum, maybe 3 at least. There are 3 ores of aluminum. For that, immediately to name that ores, now like in alphabetical manner, you can remember. I think it would be somewhat easy. I think so. Let us see. First, aluminum, BD. BD. So BD means B for bauxite, D for diphosphore. These are first 2 just like that. BD. Then siderite. Siderite. So these 3 names of the ores of the aluminum. So for that, the first ore, that is bauxite, it is oxide ore, which contains nothing but aluminum oxide. Formula Al2O3 you know. But it is very important to write the equation in chemistry. You should know the valency of at least first 20 elements. Now bauxite, I told you Al2O3. So aluminum valency 3, oxygen valency 2. If you cross multiply, you are getting what? Al2O3 and N molecules of water. That is the first bauxite and formula. Second is diphosphore. Diphosphore is what? Nothing. It is also what? It is also the oxide ore, but same formula, but contains only 1 molecule of water. That is Al2O3 and water. Suppose, since I am telling, I may also commit mistakes. Suppose if we find mistakes in naming or changing the formula, again you refer the book and rectify. Because all the metals, ores and formula, I may also sometimes I will get confused. So for that, I am giving the idea. So very sure BD, bauxite and diphosphore. Then siderite. It is the silicate ore. I think so. Aluminum silicate. The formula Al2S2O5 and OH 4 times. It is a combined formula. Understand? So these are the 3 ores of aluminum. Then next come for iron. So in iron, totally there are 5 ores. For that 5 ores, how to remember the name easily? So for this you try like this. HM, H for hematite and M for magnetite. So it is also oxide ore. So hematite formula, Fe2O3. So in this case, the iron valency 3 and oxygen valency 2. So you are getting Fe2O3. Then next is magnetite. So magnetite, it is the formula Fe3O4. That is the magnetite. Then after that, then other 2, I'm thinking how to recall. So yeah, these 2, okay. Then another is iron pyrites. Iron pyrites means FeS, ferrous sulfide. Iron pyrites. Then siderite, I think so. It is iron carbonate. Iron carbonate. Okay. If there is any mistakes committed by me, please rectify by seeing this. So now let us see the ores of copper. The here also in ores of copper there are 5 ores. One is, so first you remember there are 3 C's, triple C. Triple C, first you name it. So first is copper pyrites. Copper pyrites is sulfide ore of copper. CuFeS2. That means if you split, it is the sulfide ore of both copper and iron. that is Cu2S and FeS. So if you combine it, it comes CuFS2. One C is over. Then second C is copper glance. Generally, if you see the name glance, if it comes, maybe mostly it is sulfide ore. Idea I'm giving. So now copper glance. So another C is over. Copper glance is nothing, only copper sulfide. Copper sulfide. That is second C. Then third C, cuprite. Cuprite is, it is the oxide ore. It is the oxide ore, cuprite. Then next is Ma. So you can what? Ma. So M for malachite. So Ma degree, you can remember like that. So M for malachite. It is the carbonate ore of copper. So you can write copper carbonate, copper valency 2, carbonate valency 2. So totally, so you are getting copper carbonate and copper hydroxide. Copper valency 2, OH, valency total valency 1. So if you cross multiply, you are getting this. Then I think azurite. It is also carbonate ore. So CO3, 2 molecules. That's all. Same formula. There it is 1 molecule. Here there are what? 2 molecules. That's all. So these are the ores of copper. So clearly in ores of copper there are 2 sulfide ore, 1 oxide ore, 2 carbonate ore. So 5 ores are completed. This is the carbon. Next is zinc. Now zinc, there are 3 available main ores. So remember 2 Zn. The symbol for zinc is Zn. There are 2 Zn. One zinc blend. Zinc blend, the formula is ZnS. Here also the valency for zinc is 2, sulfur in this case valency 2, so cross multiply, cancel and ZnS. That is one. Another Zn is zincite. Zincite is nothing but oxide ore. The formula is ZnO. So ZnO is what? Valency for Zn is what? 2 and oxygen is what? 2. You cancel it and is ZnO. Then next calamine. So 2 Zn over. Then calamine. Calamine is what? Carbonate ore. So it is the formula zinc carbonate. So by valency for zinc is 2, carbonate is what? 2, and cross multiply, cancel it, and you are getting zinc carbonate. Zinc is over. Then come for lead. Only 3, here also there are 3 ores. One is sulfide ore, galena, that is lead sulfide, PbS. So here in the lead, the symbol for lead is what? Pb. Tell me what is Pb? Don't know. What, students? Pb for plumbers. Understand? Pb for plumbers. So in plumbum. So in plumbum, there are 2 variable valencies. Some metals have what? Variable valencies. So lead, the valence is 2 and 4. 2 is called plumbus and 4 is plumbic. So now here I told you galena. It is the sulfide ore. The symbol is, formula is PbS. So valency for lead is 2 and sulfur is 2. Students, when I say the valency, you write whether already if you have written, no problem. To at least if you didn't write means the valency, if you know the formula, understand, the formula will be correct. Hence this idea you can write on the top of the word, the symbol of lead 2, sulfur 2, like that. So it will be easy. Already if you have noted down, leave it. But otherwise, you please follow like this. Then galena over, lead. Then anglesite. Anglesite means lead sulfate. Lead sulfate. The valency for, if you split lead 2 plus sulfate 2 minus, or the valence is 2 2, you get the formula PbSO4. Then finally cerussite, 1 carbonate ore. So cerussite, carbonate ore. Here also the carbonate ore is lead carbonate. So here also lead valency 2. So if you split it is a Pb2 plus and carbonate 2 minus. Then if you cancel it, you are getting the formula PbCO3, lead carbonate. So these are the ores of lead. Then tin. Here tin, suppose if they ask what are the ores of the tin, only one more in your book it is given. It is enough to remember that. So only tin stove, enough. That tin stove, the formula is, what is symbol for tin? TI. What TI? What TI? Don't say like that. Always you are thinking that the symbol will begin with the first two letters, mostly. But this is called SN. Symbol for tin is SN. SN for stannum. In stannum also, tin also, there are two valencies. One is stannous and higher valency stannic. Always remember the element which contains variable valency, the lower valency will end in suffix OUS. Higher valency will end in name suffix IC. So stannous and stannic. Okay, now only all this. Here I told you the ore of tin is tin stove, that is SnO2. Now tell me, what is in this case? Tell me, students, what is the valency for tin and what is the valency for oxygen? Tell me. Okay, good. Because in this case, it is called what? The valency for tin is 4. Then oxygen is what? 2. If you simplify, you are getting SN2O. Cross multiply, you are getting SnO2. So finally, the last silver. In silver, immediately, what I think to remember 5 O's, I remember SP. Superintendent of Police and Superintendent of Police. SP. That means four or SP and SP. So now you have to remember what is SP. First is silver glance or pyrargyrite. Sorry, SP. Argentite. Sorry. So silver sulfide. In this case, the silver sulfide formula Ag2S. In this case, silver metal valence is 1. The sulfur valence is 2. If you cross multiply, you are getting Ag2S. So 1S. Then P. P is pyrargyrite. PSP over. Or otherwise, ruby silver. So ruby silver. So it is also what? Understand? Ruby silver. The next is another 2 SP. SP is, SP. Last P is proustite. Proustite is nothing but Ag3, arsenic As and S3. That is called 1P. Then another S, stephanite. Stephanite is silver antimony sulfide. Tell me what is the symbol for antimony? Oh, An. What is this? Antimony. ESB. Symbol is ESB. So ESB means you just remember State Bank. So like that symbol. So it is called stibium. Understand? So now the total formula is for this one. Stephanite. It is this one. Antimony ore. So Ag. Here also Ag3, SB. Understand? S3. 2 molecules, I think so. Just verify. Then 2 SpO. Then finally, horn silver. Horn silver is a chloride silver. Chloride ore of silver. Horn silver. So AgCl. So these are all the ores of silver. 2 Sp, once again, silver glance, P, pyrargyrite, then horn silver, finished. Then another Sp. One S is what? Antimony, and another last P, proustite is arsenic, ore of silver, that is arsenic silver sulfide. So formula SB3 AS, sorry, AG3 AS and AS3. Like that, I think I have given some idea to remember how many, nearly five metals, nearly 20 O's. At least if you follow my methods or other methods, if already known, if it is easy for you. But if you do not know anything about this or to remember, because this is important, why? Because in this case, they may ask either 2 marks question, 3 marks question, or 1 mark question. So I have given some idea and also verify. If there is a mistake committed by me also, you rectify, verify, that is the ore. So this is the types of ore of different metals so far we have seen.